In the footage, several people who are struggling to remain standing are seen stumbling in front of an elevator. As they lose their balance, they move uncontrollably toward the elevator doors. With the sudden load applied to the doors, they flex far more than expected. Under the force of the impact, the individuals are pushed toward the void behind the doors, and a very dangerous situation quickly develops. This situation reminds us of a basic rule. Elevator doors are not designed to support human weight or withstand impacts. In the footage, a worker riding on a large truck that is turning in front of a shop is seen losing his balance. While the truck is maneuvering, the worker falls off the vehicle and ends up extremely close to the path of the wheels. What begins like a normal turning maneuver quickly turns into a high-risk situation due to the movement of the heavy vehicle. This clearly demonstrates a basic rule. People must not ride on trucks or heavy vehicles without proper seating and safety equipment. Riding on the exterior of vehicles is prohibited, and drivers must check their surroundings before moving. In the footage, ceramic pieces stacked on an upper platform are being removed one by one. As one piece is taken out, it unintentionally makes contact with another piece beside it. This small contact triggers the unstable stack. With the movement of the first piece, the pieces behind it begin shifting one after another. In a short time, the stack loses its integrity, and the pieces move downward in a chain reaction. This incident clearly shows a basic rule. With stacked and fragile materials, even a single contact can create a chain reaction. Materials must not be handled before being secured, and stack stability must be ensured. Safety comes from evaluating the entire chain together. In the footage, a busy warehouse area with continuously operating conveyor belts is shown. Under time pressure, two workers decide to use the belts as a shortcut to cross to the other side. When they step onto the moving belt, the rotating surface begins to slide beneath their feet. One worker loses balance and moves toward the narrow gap where the belts meet. A single wrong step during an ordinary shift quickly turns into a serious hazard. This incident clearly reminds us of a basic rule. Conveyor belts are not designed for people. Moving belts must not be stepped on or used as walkways. Safety is achieved by using the correct path, not shortcuts. In the footage, a worker is seen standing on forklift forks while the forklift is moving. Since forks are not designed to carry people, this position creates an unstable and uncontrolled situation. When the vehicle moves at the same time, the risk increases rapidly. The incident shows how a behavior that seems routine can quickly turn into a serious danger. This situation clearly demonstrates a basic rule. People must never be carried on forklift forks. In the footage, a worker inside a factory is seen performing a routine operation with a large press machine. After starting the machine, he approaches the equipment to adjust the material inside. At that moment, the press unexpectedly begins moving again and enters its closing cycle. The incident clearly shows that machines do not always behave as expected. This situation clearly demonstrates a basic rule. Before working on energy-powered machines, the system must be placed in a safe state. Press machines must have complete guarding, and no intervention should be made without applying LOTO procedures. Safety is achieved through proper procedures, not habits. In the footage, a truck is seen reversing very close to the entrance of an office or work area. During the maneuver, the vehicle reverses rapidly without sufficient warning or physical barriers in place. The truck breaches a glass door or wall and moves into the interior space, creating a serious hazard due to the impact. A person sitting at a desk very close to the point of impact is directly affected by the incident. What begins like a normal vehicle movement turns into an uncontrolled and highly dangerous situation within seconds. This incident clearly shows a basic rule. Areas with vehicle traffic must be physically separated from office and workspaces. Impact-resistant barriers should be installed in areas accessible to trucks, and safe distances must be maintained. Safety is ensured not only through attention, but through strong physical protections. In the footage, a new section is being added to the mast of a tower crane at a busy high-rise construction site. From the outside, the operation appears routine. However, the platform locking procedures have not been completed. Under load, the jacking system loses alignment, and structural components begin to move downward unexpectedly. The event unfolds very quickly, leaving no time for intervention. A routine climbing operation turns into a high-risk situation due to a lack of verification. This incident clearly demonstrates a basic rule. Crane climbing operations must not begin until all systems are fully verified. Locking pins must be engaged, pressure and alignment checks must be completed, and the danger zone must be cleared. Safety is achieved through controlled planning, not haste. In the footage, a forklift is seen suddenly losing stability during a load-lowering operation. When the load makes uneven contact with the ground, or the forklift stops unexpectedly, the weight distribution changes rapidly. This sudden shift causes the forklift to lose stability and quickly creates a serious risk. A routine lowering operation can become dangerous due to a small imbalance. This situation clearly reminds us of a basic rule. When lowering loads with a forklift, ground conditions, speed, and load balance must be carefully controlled. Loads should be lowered slowly and in a controlled manner, and sudden stops should be avoided. Safety is achieved by anticipating and controlling every movement. In the footage, an elderly man standing close to the side of an escalator loses his balance. While holding the moving handrail, his body weight shifts forward, and the handrail begins pulling him upward. Although he tries to regain balance, he is partially lifted off the ground within a short time. People nearby quickly recognize the situation and intervene. One person securely holds the man, while another presses the emergency stop button. The escalator is stopped, and together they carefully lower the man back onto safe ground. The incident ends without harm thanks to fast and correct intervention. This situation reminds us of a basic rule. Escalators must be used with care. People should stand in the center of the step, hold the handrail, and avoid leaning to the sides. Safety is achieved through proper posture and continuous awareness.